Please join We Charge Colonialism for our very first live stream program, Why Black Organizations Struggle. We will be having a panel discussion where we try to figure out why is it that attempts at Black liberation have not succeeded in the past, and what can we learn from our ancestors and our freedom fighters about how we should move the fight forward. Again, the broadcast will be on July 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can go to our YouTube, We Charge Colonialism, and subscribe.
There are many of our people who are thinking more deeply and more broadly, looking at it as it actually is, and are beginning to see it more in the international context and the relation that it has with the African struggle, a human rights struggle, or the struggle for human rights. And as such, we can then take it into the United Nations
and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary. All right. We bring a greeting from this great organization called WCC. We charge colonialism. Indeed, we charge colonialism, and we're going to charge colonialism. Once again, my name is Frank. You're a young cadre, you're a young revolutionary. Today's topic going to focus on the issues of Nate Cannon comments and other celebrity, but mainly it's going to focus on Nate Cannon. He came out recently with some comment that have seems to be anti-Semitic, where he says he questioned that black people were the true Hebrew, or black people were the true Israelites, and some group who call themselves Semitic, they saw that as an anti-Semitic, and at the end result, he lost his job and lost his career, so to speak. And that have gone on the internet for quite a while now, and it have come to a point where he also apologized. I don't know if he apologized because of his comments, or he apologized because he lost his job or his career. And I'm not saying that to throw my brother on in the bus. But I want to say one thing here quick before we can get into the issue here is to discuss. I think the reaction from the African public to Nate Cannon, I think we have to be a little bit careful. We don't want to go too harsh on the brother because he apologized. Because we have to be careful as revolutionary. We have to be careful and very cautious in how we approach our brothers and sisters that are not revolutionary, but they are celebrities who put their job on the line to speak against the situation confronting black people in general. This is one reason in previous video we have come out to say is that join an organization, because the reason for this is being part of an organization, it will enable you to go for work status. It will enable you to have discussions confronting or around the topic, and it will also enable you to know how to approach a question, or to know how to come out with a question that won't seem that you are attacking somebody, but indeed you are putting the person on the spot. So, to my brother Nate Cannon, we love you. We don't hate you. We love you so much, and we love your approach. And we are not even against the fact that you went ahead to apologize. What we are saying here is, for us, we revolutionary do not believe that you apologize because you asked the wrong question, or you apologize because you were wrong. No, you are not wrong. I think we as revolutionary, what we would say that the reason for your apology is because you did not give references, or I believe you did not give references or some historical event, and also leading to the current event that black people or African people are facing in this country. I think because of your current analysis, you just went ahead and asked the question or threw the question out there. But my question to those that call themselves the Semitic, that call themselves the Israelites or the Hebrew, why will you be angry if truly you are a son of a man? and they say you are not the son of that man, and indeed you know you are the son, why will you be angry if indeed you are the true Israelites, or if indeed you are the true Hebrew, and somebody came out to say you are not, we are? Why will you take that so far to say somebody hates you or somebody against you? Why can't you leave that with your God that you serve? Why will Jesus Christ be angry if somebody come out to say he is not the true son of God? The true son of God is this. And if indeed that Jesus that you portray to be the son of God, if indeed he is the son of God, why will he be angry? I think he will be comfortable to say these people are so ignorant, and he will prove himself indeed that he is the son of God. Where am I going with my analysis? To the Semitic, to the Hebrew, or to the Israelite who claim that they are. We know the follower of Christ. We know the follower of God when we see them. For example, let's go back into history that Nick Kennedy did not bring out. You can take it wherever you want to take it. African people in general, in history, have never gone against any race, or have never been hateful to any race. That is the reason we throw out the challenge out there to get on a debate table. If you want to, come out. That's why we want to get on a debate table with you to discuss racism, to discuss hate. Who are the racists and who are the hateful people in society? And you don't want to. But each time we try to be critical in our analysis, each time we try to question those who need to be questioned, you get angry, you get upset. Each time we try to gain knowledge of ourselves, you get afraid, because you know the truth, and you know that the real true people are waking up to the reality, and you know what that means. If we want to discuss history, you are the anti-African. You are the anti-black. Now let me take you back to history. Just because the color of a man or the color of the skins of a man, you became so hateful of him to the extent that even your own children that you born by black women doing slavery, you hated them and you made them slave. Even up to today, some of those black brothers and sisters are your cousins, are your nephew, are whosoever relative to you, but because they are black, your forefather put them on a plantation and made them slave. That's hate. That's racism. That is anti-black. You hate your own child because the person was black. Let's go back into history. And that is why we want to get on a debate table with you. But you are afraid. Come, we are ready. Just because the color of a man, if we were hateful towards you, Semitic, as you claim, you left us home, you ill-treated us, and you left our home to take care of your child. We did not kill your child. We did not poison your child. We breastfed your child. And we gave that child a good, hefty life. You hated us. Now we speak history now. You hated us. We did not kill you. We cook for you through your hateful act against us. We did not poison your food. We gave you water to drink when you wanted it. We gave you food on time to eat when you wanted it. And you did not still pay us. That is anti-black. We built this country that you call your country today. But yet instead you don't recognize us as citizens of this country. You don't recognize us as human beings of the planet Earth. And when we speak because of the knowledge that we are gaining, and when we speak because we are trying to identify ourselves, and you see yourself being afraid because we are gaining knowledge. And then in turn, you come out to use your capital power. And by the way, we will be discussing that this coming July 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as to why black organizations fail, black businesses struggle. And the reasons to that, I'm not going to go into duty, is because black organizations, black businesses, black institutions, funding are not black. And we see that with Nick Cannon, where his show have been canceled or dismissed or eliminated or erased, so to speak, any way you put it, by the force, by the capital force of those that call themselves Semitic. If you are not anti-black, why can't you address Nick Cannon? Instead of you canceling or making him unemployed, using your capital force against him. That's lynching. You did that. Let me go back to history again. You did that in the 60s when African people were gaining independence. You went ahead, secretly, directly or indirectly, and assassinated all their visionary leaders who spoke just like Nick Cannon. And you killed all of them. That is anti-African. That is anti-black. Because you do not want to see black people rising. And if any race that doesn't want to see another race rising is anti to that race. And indeed, references to that, you are the anti. We are not anti. We are just gaining knowledge. We are just asking you questions. But maybe Nick Cannon didn't know how to ask the question. And that is why we want to bring him closer to an organization. Being a celebrity, that doesn't make you a revolutionary. Nick Cannon. I'm not going against all the celebrity who are trying to be revolutionary. But come to the organization. Come to the organization so that you can learn on how to debate with these people, so that they can see you as being hateful to them, and so that you will know how to ask them questions, so that you will know how to address them. If you are the true Hebrew, if you are the true Israelite, why should you get angry? If Jesus Christ is a true Son of God, if the white Jesus is a true Son of God, why would white Jesus get angry if somebody come out to say the white Jesus is not a true Son of God? If somebody come out to say Jesus Christ was not white, if Jesus Christ is white and he's a true Son of God, why would he get angry? I think he will just prove himself. He will do some miracle to show that he is the white Jesus is the true Son of God. If somebody come out to say Jesus Christ has been described in the Bible as he's black, his hair, his eye, red, or this or that, and you know that's not true, and you are, as you claim, why can't you show yourself? With all the hate against black people have never hated you. If we were anti-Semitic, with your involvement in Togo, let's go to history now, and let's go to current event. With your involvement in DRC Congo, where millions of Africans, thousands of Africans are being killed. by you exploiting, by you secretly funding the people with weapons, with mass destructions. We were going to hate you, or we were going to be anti towards you, but we are not. With all what African people have gone through with you in history, we still welcome you on our continent. We still do business with you. We still do global meeting with you, even though African people have now benefit globally. But you benefit from African people when we do global discussions. And that will be another topic for another time. But let me not get off the topic. When you look at history, systematically, all the African people that have come out to stand to stand against your hates, to stand against your hatefulness, to stand against your racist acts, you try to eliminate them because they question you, because they have wake up to the reality of who they are. You assassinate them, or you assassinated them. And current, even if you can get to them to kill them, you lynch them financially. You kill them financially because you feel you have the capital power to do so. And we have the capital power to, we have the will to make it broke. And one typical example of that is Kaepernick. When he knelt down, you went against him, and black people took that to the NFL. And what happened? And black people took that to other business. What happened? Other businesses started signing him because they didn't want to lose the black power, or they didn't want to lose the black money, the black capital. And we see that today in other institutions where he has become the face. And we African people, we have to be very skeptical on some of these things. We have to have a call. We have to stand our ground. We shouldn't be just celebrity followers. I'm not going against my brothers and sisters who are celebrity, but I'm just speaking on a revolutionary standpoint. We have never hated any race as African people. We have never. With what all other people have done to us, we still forgive them. We are the only forgiving souls on the planet Earth. So if Nick can come out to say we are the Hebrew, or black people are the Israelite or the Hebrew, he's making a point. Because we are the only forgiving souls, as the Bible describes. Forgive 70 times 7. We know all these things. So if he come out to question you, it's because he's having a doubt about you. It's because he don't trust you. It's because your ways towards humanity, what make him question you? But maybe he didn't know how to bring out a question, or he didn't know how to bring out some references, or he didn't know how to come out to approach the situation to you. So my brothers and sisters out there, Nick Kenny, we are with you. We are with you. All we are saying is, any other celebrity like Nick Kenny, come to the organizations. Come for work studies. Let's discuss. We will educate you out there who are celebrity, who want to speak. And it is a challenge to you who called yourself Semitic. Come to the table. Let's discuss. Let's debate. We want you to come. And we will make you to know that we will never hate you. We have never been anti-Semitic, and we will never be anti-Semitic. And we shall never be anti-Semitic. You are the one that is anti-black. You are the one that is anti-African, so to speak. And this generation, by the way, I don't want to say we are not our forefather. But what I will tell you here is, we are not the generation of obey. We do not have obeyed in our dictionary when it comes to justice. We do not have obey in our dictionary when it comes to knowledge. We do not have obey in our dictionary when it comes to customary use. We do not have obeyed in our dictionary when it comes to holding the people that are not human accountable to make them human. We owe no apology. And we will continue to question you. And we will continue to bring you out and expose you. We fear no one. This generation. If you think we're going to be the one to sit down at the back of the church, you see, you are completely anti-black. You preach the gospel, right? You are the true Israelite or the true Hebrew. Yes, I would say Hebrew. But you put black people at the back of the church and you still preach and say, God make all men in his image. We are all human. And that is why our forefather asks you, if in our case, are we not human? And you are unable to answer that question. It's not like you are not able, but you never wanted to answer that question because you knew the answer. And this generation will never ask you that question if we are human. We know we are human. And that is why we are holding you accountable to your ill behavior in society. We don't care about your capital. Nick Kennedy did not apologize because of a question. Let me let you know. He apologized because he is a human that you are not. He apologized because he is a human that you are not. You are anti-black. You are the one that came into this country and run people over, kill people through vaccine, through other means, and you take it as your own. You are immigrants in this country. Let me not get off the topic, but you are the anti-African. Black people are not. If you want to take it to a stand, let's get on the table and debate. Let's get on the table and discuss. And that we see where in history you will point fingers to black people or African people and say, you are anti-Semitic because you are the one that systematically been doing this to us. When we know Israel involvement in a disaster in Togo, when we know Israel involvement in a disaster in DRC Congo, what you want to talk about? Over 60 years, you murder our people. We know what you did in South Africa doing apartheid. You have never apologized to African people on what you have done systematically to us. And when we want to come out to question you, and then you want to turn the table around to see us as the problem, to see us as the hateful people in society, not this time around. We are not going to be obedient when we are critically thinking. We are not going to be obedient in our analysis. That is why we read your script, but we don't respect or obey your script. We read your book, but we don't obey or respect your book. You are anti-African. You are anti-black. And that is why when black people publish a book, you step on it. You knee on it. You choke it. And that is why you don't have black scholars who are writers. Their book in your institutions. That is anti-African. That is anti-black. You only push your agenda into those institutions. That is anti-African. That is anti-black. Let's get on the table. We discuss if you want to. If you want to be human. So Nick Cannon have the right to ask you the question. He had the right to say, hold a minute. Let's pull back here. We are the true Hebrew. We are black people are the true Israelite, or black people are the true Hebrew. Whether be it or not. But because of his feeling, because of what he have seen in society, with all what black people or African people have gone through, with you, We still do business with you. But you still hate us. What is the reason of you still hating? Or like last time I was reading and I saw in Texas today, even up to death, they still separate black and white. They have thing, black symmetry and white symmetry. That is anti-black. These are some of the reasons these celebrities like Nick Cannon or other or celebrity like Deshaun Jacksons are coming out. And when they touch on you, you use your capital influence to lynch them. That is what we're talking about. But this generation, we will not relent. We are not afraid. And we will not be obedient to you until you become human. Until you become obedient to the black race. Even though there is nothing a black race, we don't believe in it. But we will speak it in these terms, in this content, so that you can get it. We only have one race, and that is the human race, as far as we know. You brag about all these racist things. You brag about all these racist law. Not us, not African people. You brought it. And we are beginning to question you. Because when we see God, when we see the follower of God, we know, we see it. We don't see it in you. As you speak to be the so-called, we don't see it. If you know indeed you are, why should you be angry? Prove it. And we will put you to the spot. And we will call you out. And we will not rest. So to our brothers and sisters who are celebrity, who want to become revolutionary, come to the table, join an organization, and know the code.
The Justice Bank. So what is the Justice Bank? I've talked before about the fact that we were trying to do a bail project, but we ended up deciding to do a mutual aid fund. The Justice Bank initiative will essentially take members, and if you would pay a very low monthly membership fee. We're going to keep it low on purpose because we are servicing a people who are the most disenfranchised in this country, the most under attack, and it's not reasonable to expect that there's that someone could pay $30 a month, $50 a month, whenever you are of that group. Now, when you become a member, we're going to have a trial period, maybe say after 3 or 6 months, whatever, you are eligible to petition us for help with your expenses. Now, what type of people who are targeted from the prison industrial complex, what type of people would be eligible? Well, because we're doing a mutual aid society, that would be democratic. What we mean is that if you are a member of the Justice Bank, you would have a say in what types of, let's say, charges or offenses that you want to be covered under the Justice Bank. The idea is that all of us are putting our money in collectively because we are a target of the prison industrial complex. Every single day that we walk out, you as a black person, you are seen as a criminal in this country, and that is a fact. And we want to offer a type of protection for our people. And almost like an insurance policy, honestly. That if you do have some type of run-in with the law, if you do have a charge, a criminal charge, that you can count on a mutual aid society to help you and assist you with those types of charges.
100,000. Nowhere in the world incarcerates as much as we do. We've seen extremely high rates of exposure to the criminal justice system for African American men with very low levels of schooling. So if we think about black men who were born in the late 1970s and who are growing up through the American prison boom of the 1980s and the 1990s, the chances that they're going to serve time in state or federal prison if they dropped out of high school is about 70%. So going to prison for that group of black men with very low levels of schooling, that's become a normal life event. And that's really only happened in the last 10 years. We're at this point now where there's about 1.2 million African American children with a parent who's incarcerated. That's about 1 in 9.